Welcome back to Bazaar. I'm Inko, and today I have a bit of a heartbreaking run for you, just full disclosure. This run does not go the distance. I thought it would. There was a point in time where I was like, man, this is the sort of build that goes diamond victory all the time, and boy howdy did opponent RNG have something else in store for me. But a lot of people have been asking for Vanessa and Pyg content on the channel, and I do want to fill that niche, especially for Vanessa, the first character people start with, to show them how I approach Vanessa currently, because even though this run doesn't go the distance, this is absolutely the sort of run that can go 10 wins, and I think there is valuable insight to be had in it. This run was, in my opinion at least, a pretty sick Weapon Vanessa run. I think you can do better, but I think you can do a whole hell of a lot worse. I was very happy with it. I was really disappointed not to manage to take it to 10 wins. And it made use of a lot of really cool things I haven't really seen in builds before, like Obsidian Incendiary rounds and Cannonade. It was a really cool build. Sad it didn't quite make it to 10, but I hope you'll find the journey as interesting as I did. Anyways, here's the run. Alright, getting into the run. I really love Income Start, so much so that I'm considering taking it on Vanessa. But I think on Vanessa, there's really no great argument for this. I find that she has the highest chance of any character of going 10-0 if she has a strong early game, and that's not what Income Start is for. Both Enchanted Item and Gold Tier Start are really high variance, but also very powerful early game options, and I think Vanessa's more well tilted towards these sorts of game plans. If I were playing for fun, I might just go Income Start. I don't think the difference is the biggest in the world because you get so much power out of just going to so many extra shops in the first 2 days. But if I'm really trying to optimize of the two options here, I think Enchanted Item has a huge number of lifts. I think Gold Tier skill is much more likely to actually result in going 10 wins. And the issue, of course, is that you can get this. Pearl can't be duped anymore, or rather, it can't be quickly, easily duped like it used to be able to, making this much less viable for a defensive option. Not to mention, Mak is here to completely ruin the idea of tanking with pearls anyway. Non-weapon start, I'm kind of trying to bully Mak here, so we're going right eye. Definitely looking to kill Mak early. With no starting gold, I'm tempted not to go JJ. He's a mediocre store. I'd much rather go to an Ayla, but I only get 2 more stores this day, and I might not see an Ayla. So even though I'd be happy to take 3 spare change with literally no starting economy, I will be hitting JJ, because it's possible I just don't see a better store. Yeah, sure, done. Just gonna take that. And I don't need to worry about the Zorkid removing the cooldown reduction off of the shotgun in this case, because the shotgun's simply going to run out of ammo after 8 seconds anyway. For now, I'm happy to just have an additional source of damage, because this doesn't kill Mak on its own. Deals 30, 60, 120. I need an additional 80 damage, and frankly, I'm probably losing the Mak currently. But hopefully over the course of the day, we can get lucky and find a B1 or B2. And for our fight, we're going to immediately click Viper. The regen, the Poison Fang, just generally the best results for an offensive build. With the double barrel, it won't take long to put this Viper in the dirt, but I will take a moment to remind you that you can subscribe for more daily Bazaar content just like this. And if at some point you could leave a like on the video, it really does help the channel and the algorithm, help it grow, and I really do appreciate it. It is a normal Fang, which is frankly not terrible, but not what I was looking for. And I am very happy to see the B1, B2 immediately, because Silver Double Barrel just kills Mak with a silencer. That's just enough. So we click on B1, B2 immediately, and we upgrade this Double Barrel, because, like, yeah, silencer upgrades are great, but I just need enough damage to actually kill people, and in particular to kill Mak. I have no money, so Quixel's a terrible shop, Scrap is useless, and I'm happy to click Tiny Furry Monster to get the experience I need to level up on time tomorrow. I am a dirt broke, though, and currently wonder if I actually beat a Rogue Scrapper, and that is by far the worst possible day 1 fight. This gets used 4 times. The Zorkid gets used 4 times. It doesn't matter where I put the silencer then. I won't live long enough to see the Zorkid hit a 5th time. In Sandstorm, I'll be dead before 35 seconds, so I'll just leave it the way it is. I believe I just lose here. The build would have to be pretty bad from the Pyg for me to win. We're looking at weights, shielded yo-yo, bandages. I'm not 100% sure, because he'll never boost up the weights, and he's at a massive initial deficit. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's just gonna be enough. There's no shot. And rather than sitting here watching me slowly, agonizingly lose the match, because I simply cannot kill a Pyg with the build I have, I'm gonna skip to the part where I'm dead. Weapon Vanessa's definitely getting less valuable right now, as a direct result of Pyg being so much more common now that people are playing less Mak. I don't know why they're playing less Mak, to be honest. The Mak is still fantastic. I guess the novelty is just worn off. Anyway, I think I'm going to go right-handed here. If I have an adjacency shared on the shotgun, it'll have to be on the left side, so given the choice, right-handed is better, because Silencer might be taking up the right spot. And that does make me much more likely to win day 2, and also much more likely to kill a Scrapper. I'm very happy with that result. Mandala is not particularly useful. Let's go to Ayla. I would prefer to play wide weapons anyway, build into stuff like Cannonade. I'm not going to buy a 4 gold Piranha. It's just that the Fang doesn't do very much. But I think I am going to buy the Hatchet, and I am going to upgrade the Zorkid. Now, is this enough to kill Rogue Scrapper? That's awkward. Even if I roll, I can't make it better. It doesn't help. No, I can do one thing to help. I can put the Silencer on the Fang. It will definitely go off more than 4 times. This should definitely beat Rogue Scrapper with that change, right? Yeah, this beats Rogue Scrapper. I don't need to, like, panic and roll and sell something and buy something else. We're good. Now, the awkward thing here is with literally no gold, I can't really justify taking a shop. So my options are 5 random sweets between chocolate bars and gumballs, which can be pretty weak, or 2 regen. I think on average 2 regen will be more valuable in a fight, even though it can't give me any offenses. And I think I beat Rogue Scrapper, but it's been a hot second since I played a build quite like this. It's been a long time since I had like double barrel and a bunch of small weapons on the same board against Rogue Scrapper. And that's at least in part because I just haven't been playing a ton of Vanessa in this meta. So initially it looks really good. We get it down to 160 and then the double barrel runs out of ammo. And we should consistently out DPS the heal bot here and just get it killed eventually. But God, is the second half of this fight a lot nastier than the first half. What I would not do for a gunpowder or even like a powder flask. It's honestly not that bad of a fight. We're okay. I don't know, it's pretty bad. It's surprisingly close to just failing to kill. That's a 120 swing in 2 seconds. I'm at 140 health.
We barely got off last.
Rust is very, very good. Always happy to see that in any build. It opens up so many possibilities. I wouldn't mind some things from Kina, but I'm broke and I'm just gonna take this fight. Yeah, Coconut Crab, good. I obviously do not beat Scout Trooper and Etherite right now, but I don't need the experience guaranteed option to level up. I've already got that pip yesterday from Tiny Furry Monster. So going the higher average value fight, even though I do lose, I don't know, maybe I lost more day 3 fights than just the 2 hardest one. Maybe I should have been more worried. We'll be crushing Coconut Crab. We're rewarded for it. At least results oriented, it was the right call here. But I don't know if it was the right call on average. All right. That's generally very good. It kind of pushes me away from playing a weapon setup though. Gonna take a loot item. It cannot be gunpowder at bronze, can it? No, there's bronze gunpowder, isn't there? Is that silver only? I actually can't remember. Yes, silver gunpowder is just the one. And we're gonna go Andy here. That can give me a powder flask. You can give me a couple small weapons to synergize with this. Give me aquatic items that I cannot afford to float right now and that do nothing for the current build layout. So I'm just going to roll off of that and pretend it didn't happen. Well, Calico's not bad. Like, it's at least a weapon benefiting from this. It's better to haste than the hand axe. At silver, it generates at least a decent amount of crit gain. And of course, there's the silencer upgrade. So the build's better. What is our day 2 fight? It is another Vanessa. My odds of winning this one are tremendously higher than yesterday. Odds are they are a weapon build. They are not going to have more health than me. I'm just much, much stronger in general than I was. Same health, but no regen, no hard shell. They do have a bit of healing, which I'm terrified of, but their build in general is weaker. I will note the Catfish puts a clock on me that we will not get to Sandstorm, but I'm pretty sure I'll kill him first anyway. Oh, you crit. Yeah, you're at 50%. Makes sense. What was the other crit? Oh, right. I have right eye. Yes. I guess I could have gotten preposterously lucky and killed the pig day 1. Seems unlikely. I'm happy to be 1-1. Like, obviously, if you go skill start, you want to be more than that, but right eye is not the skill you're looking for. Anyway, here we're going Andy immediately. We want to find that powder flask, or at least more small weapons to run with the build. Here, I currently think we're doing like this with the Switchblade. The Switchblade makes the Fang a lot better. Obviously not what I want in the long run. I'm going to buy the Bronze Vanessa's Amulet and roll. And I know that there's a lot of things I can hit that don't help. That is good if I could afford it. I wasn't thinking about Cannonball. Cannonball is like right on the cusp of not being worth buying. It's obviously just a shitload of damage right now. I either shouldn't have bought this or shouldn't have rolled. It was a mistake. The issue is now I have to sell a silver item to get the Cannonball, and I can't afford to do that. Yeah, that was a mistake. I I played that too quickly. I should have counted my gold and realized that if I get offered a silver tier ammo solution, this is a huge problem. But Silencer's actually not great with the sort of build I'm running. I am going to toss the Silencer and commit to playing wide. And I am going to toss the hand axe as well, bring in the amulet, and get the cannonball.
Whoever said money can't buy clout.
The cannonball is worth way more damage than the hand axe ever was. The crit chance here should pay off. I'm dirt broke, so between poison and health and regen, I'll go health and regen.
Literally.
I should beat Ether right, and we get Ether right, so I don't have to worry about whether or not we out-damage Scout Trooper. I don't think we do, but with 8 regen and hard shell, I might actually have beaten Scout Trooper here. We should just absolutely crush Ether right. The shield's not going to be a problem. We keep it down. The shotgun lasts well more than long enough now. Oh, there is something to be desired with the positioning on this Switchblade. Don't worry about it. We knew we won, so we didn't need to optimize. If it's not a PvP fight, then your board can't be mispositioned. Unless it's like VIP Pass water cooler stuff. Scrap is fine, I suppose. Upgrade a bronze tier item, you say? I don't mind just upgrading Vanessa's. I'm currently playing wide weapon Vanessa. It's likely that I stick with that sort of thing, and then Vanessa's amulet just stays on my board forever. Steelstorm is a Vanessa-only skill. Does it start at bronze or silver? Steelstorm starts at silver, so I can't get it off Pip. I think I'm just happy with upgrading Vanessa's amulet. It's good enough. I can't ever need to roll and spend 2 gold, and I have no money to roll with, so that's another reason to care about it. We have B1, B2 with nothing to upgrade. You hate to see it. Don't think I'll be upgrading the thing, to be honest with you. I guess we're going to go JJ here. We have 4 gold that we can sell if we need it.
Sometimes I sell stuff.
I don't think upgrading the Zorkit again matters very much. I don't think it does anything. Narwhal's obviously not great in a general sense, right? But it's just another weapon. There are a lot of things we might do down the line that care about that. It's also a friend, and this sort of board could be playing into like a Sea Dog Saloon down the line. So I do think Narwhal is a part of the current game plan. This is most certainly not. And we are once again totally bankrupt. We actually will go Mandala here, because since we didn't have to sell the scrap, we can transform it into a random small gold item. It's not useless. The adjacency rule on it's a little bit awkward. For now, I don't need the ammo. No one's gonna live through 4 shots of the double barrel, right? So I just want it between my fastest items that don't have their adjacencies locked, which, you know, they're not particularly fast, to be honest with you. But it does make this work a whole hell of a lot better, doesn't it? Maybe that makes it worth positioning differently. Like, very genuinely. Is something like this better than using Cannonball now? Or rather, the Switchblade. Because now I've got so many more burns out of the shotgun and the Narwhal. They also all go off simultaneously, stacking up to 6 burn total. And that gets me a lot more charging on the Zorkit. I think this is actually better than letting the shotgun scale. And against a 0-win Vanessa, I feel pretty confident. With Hard Shell, I'm favored in a race. And I assume I'm favored in a race because they aren't winning, and generally this is a strong strat early. Well, I go on my face, he's also got Hard Shell. He's got 30% crit on a Cutlass, 50% on a Piranha. And unfortunately, that can just win the fight sometimes because of how those items work with good crit RNG. He missed all of them, he will just be dead then. What did Calico gotten up to? 130%, huh? With guaranteed crit chance and high haste uptime, does this become... Well, no, there's no reason to put it rightmost, right? It gets guaranteed crit chance. Yeah, never mind. There's got to be something going on with Calico beyond just you put Swashbuckle on Calico and it's crazy, right? I don't know that I even want to go to Ayla. Very genuinely. I think I need to make more gold, and I'm going to click experience because it's free. I'm happy with my incendiary rounds. I genuinely don't think I need Cannonball with a build like this. And as a result, I'm probably going to go Tool here just because it's free and my economy is terrible right now. I don't think I can go Kina. Like, there are things that are good at Kina. Obviously, the Sea Dog Saloon's part of it. But right now, I wouldn't want to do that anyway. This part of the build is, like, one of the main things we're doing. I'm going to go get a tool so I have more money down the line to make these decisions with. Weatherglass is not bad. Do I beat Hydra Dude? I have Hard Shell. I have 8 regen. Got a lot of opening damage, but it feels like I don't deal 1400 damage. It's at 1400 or 1200. It doesn't matter. I don't do either of them, right? This is 120 every time it goes off, so like 12 seconds in, it's 360. And then the rest of this does its thing, and it's probably about the same. We just don't kill a Prince Marianas. We don't have that kind of damage. So I'll fight Blood Reef Raider and be sad about it, but there is the chance of getting his skill, the ammo stash, which would completely remove the need for additional ammo in this build, which would be nice. Invuln Potion could also be good. Like right now, I would say that it's better than the Cannonball. Cannonball upgrade, not so much, but the rest of this, Revolver's fine. It's better than the Cannonball. Powder Flask could be useful down the line. Crow's Nest and Bar of Gold are good money. I think there's a lot of hits here for my build. Okay. I'm willing to try that over my Cannonball. Although I'm probably going to try to avoid selling that Cannonball if I can. Steelstorm, it's that easy. Come on. Conflag is a hell of a skill. And Quick Freeze is generally good, but I need damage. Oh, I'm just that good at the game. I'm just that good. Yeah, Vanessa over-explained. Just get Steelstorm. Why don't you just get Steelstorm to give... Why does this not calculate like other similar skills do? 1 second, I'm gonna report that as a bug. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 4, 24 damage on all my weapons. It seems good. Anyway, I am still very broke, so I'm gonna go Finn's Big Bite again. I also feel very confident I win any long fight with 13 regen and hard shell now. At middle, I can get a star chart to make future docks actually good. I could get piano or poker table, both of which are very interesting down the line. I'll go middle. I don't think going docks here really makes sense. Bit late for a bronze Langdon. Don't have any larges for a captain's wheel. That's going to be a roll from me. When you win the fight, this gains +2 value. Sign me up. I've never gotten to use this before. I assume, I don't know this for sure, but I assume this works in the stash. And after my next PvE fight, I can sell it and it's break even. But I would like to give it a shot if I can. Anyway, let's get into our PvP fight. I feel insane for day 4. Mak doesn't stand a chance. Mak is so thoroughly poorly positioned against this build. Now, if he's a great Mak player that had decent RNG, he will have fixed his health. And it looks like he has. Yeah, he's got 100 more health than me. Not because of level advantage or anything, just because he's prioritized stuff like premium chocolate bars. But he's playing Poison. And as I've said so many times recently, Poison is non-viable. It just takes a second for it to do anything, you know? I will say, the Ouroboros statue tried damn hard to carry that fight. Little bit of regen jitter. Oh, never mind. Poison Tyrant, his starting skill, tried damn hard to carry that fight. Oh, it did get him 3-0. Maybe it worked well for him. It'll depend on matchup RNG. But Poison Tyrant is just... That scares me as a game plan. Just... I guess I'm a real high roll. I think that would save him against a lot of different weapon builds, to be honest. This is a ridiculously strong board for day 4. Anyways, heading into day 5, I really care about preserving my Grandmaster value as much as I can. I currently have 3 bronze skills that are all incredible, and Steelstorm, which is one of the best silver to gold upgrades I can possibly have for a build like this. And yes, the lockbox does work from stash, but frankly, I can just put it on my board. I don't currently crit anyway. It should be less damage than 20% crit chance. Like, it is a statistical anomaly if lockbox outperforms this, right? I could math it out, but I'm not going to. By feel alone, Vanessa's amulet is clearly better right now. And because I'm so broke, I'm just gonna go take a random weapon. It's just generally better with Steelstorm. Rolling Pin's not a good weapon. 2 slots, 11 seconds, not for me. I'll take a small weapon though. Again, I can't really justify going to Sylvia, and that's the small weapon I can get behind. No thanks, Invuln Potion. I would like more damage. I do think I want to haste Calico because it has the guaranteed crits. I think that makes it better. Fang still wants to be next to Switchblade because it is more than twice as fast as Calico, so even though Calico will crit, doubling the value of the Switchblade scaling, the Fang just goes off twice as often and gets not only more scaling, but more damage from it despite not critting. And a Narwhal has lower crit chance than Revolver, making Revolver the better option there. And with the same speed, I'd rather the Revolver be next to this, just in case the extra ammo somehow matters. And it's feeling like we're an absolute menace. I don't see the path to late game, maybe something with Cannonade, but this is definitely good for now. Obviously, I want to fight Trash Town Mirror. Most experience, most base gold. Breeding Duelist has some really good hits for us with specifically All Talk. All Talk basically just says we go 10 wins, I think. It also has gunpowder, which can be all right, a second gunpowder, pistol sword, which is very, very good if we get more ammo weapons, a possible second revolver since there is no dupe protection. Don't care so much about the throwing knives, although frankly, they're not bad with Steelstorm either. Feels like the entire build is hits. Is it actually true? Can I run these things? Are they meaningfully better than a narwhal? No, they're really not much better than a narwhal, and the extra ammo doesn't do anything if everyone's dead by the second volley, does it? It's really just all talk versus Trash Town Mare. And if we're going to a fight for one specific skill, then Trash Town Mare is just better, because frankly, within a couple of days, augmented weaponry will be the better skill anyway, and it is not like a thing where I need immediate power to win on day 5. We deal so much damage. That's like 4 seconds in we triggered the pepper spray. The only reason he was still alive while I was talking is because I got pepper sprayed. So, give me augmented weaponry. Take it to the moon. Let's go. Ah, what can you do? It does deal double damage and shield, so it's not like a bad item, but if we don't have friend synergy, it is currently better than Narwhal, because even though it's slower with the double damage, it just comes out to be higher base values and shield. Silver tier aquatic, silver tier loot. I'll take the loots. Don't really care for a filter. What do I put that on? The shotgun, right? The issue for me is that the shotgun might not be a part of a super late game build. I'm also going to go Pearl here. Ayla can be good. It's definitely not the shop I want to give up, but Pearl's either going to give me something crazy or something economically massive.
Where shall we start?
So I can't just take this immediately, be like, yep, 8 gold, good enough. Don't need anything else. I'm not willing to do that. I'm going to roll at least once here. Okay, cool. Golden Cove, you say? I didn't even realize it was golden. I was already going to take it. Yeah, you can't argue with that. You take Golden Cove. That's just economy sorted. We're done worrying about money, period, end of story. Now, as a result of my cripplingly low Vanessa playtime in the past 3 weeks, I don't really know what the Orion pool is. Give me a second. 120 health does look nice, but on a build like this, I'm more likely to take 25 flat damage, to be honest with you. Vanessa's got 19 tools. I'm very likely to enable the docks if I go here, but most of this is obviously not helpful to me. The tool would need to be a weapon. Piano's kind of crazy because it can open up crazy stuff with one weapon strats with the poker table as well, but frankly, this all feels like kind of low power income options. So it's between 120 health and temp boost for me. I think I'm insane for the current day. I don't think temp boost is remotely necessary. I'm going to take the permanent health instead. And before we go into this fight, I am going to use the wing, just a question of on what. I think it's really just gotta be double barrel, right? Nothing else really makes sense, so I'll put it on the double barrel. And I don't have any reason to sell anything else, so I'll be on my way. Wait, what? Why does this say it's worth 26 gold? Let me reload, I'm so confused. No, it's actually worth 26 gold. So I got this on the previous hour and I didn't sell anything just now. I sold 1 wing, which gives it 2 gold, which means its base value is 24. That's the value of an enchanted Golden Cove if I buy it from the store. I don't think it recalculated its value when I took it from Pearl. It should have gone down to base 12, but it didn't. I'll report that in as a bug in a second if it persists into the next day. I mean, it's going to, right? Like, I reloaded my game. I'll report it now. Anyway, bug reported. Let's go bully a pig. He's at 0 wins. That sounds like the pig life in the current meta. There's a reason I keep putting off the pig video. And it's at least partly because I keep sitting down to play pig games and just having a terrible run that is of no value to anyone. Not a half bad crook setup. But I do notice you only have 800 health, so I don't know that your weapons will actually be resolving. He did manage to hit me, so that's pretty neat.
I could see you going places, but
Yeah, just 800 health's a bit low. It looks like he lost at least 1 monster encounter, and Ganjo is so horribly slow for the current meta. I will admit, this hitting for 106 base is a little bit high for the day, but that's really sad to see a weapon-based pig. It's like he's doing the thing that you're supposed to do. You play weapons, you beat up the Mak, and that's what I thought. That's what I advertised previously. It doesn't work. You still lose to Bird Mak, and it doesn't actually deal damage fast enough. I think Croak is just completely dead in the current meta. It's not a solution. Anyway, I believe I'm going to go to Kina here. We finally have good gold. Yeah, we have so much money we can crack. Let's go to Kina, see if there's like some clear build path here. It's technically correct to always buy chum, and it's definitely correct when I have a golden cove.
For the good.
Hey, it's ammo horn. Don't really think I need it, to be honest with you. Or sorry, powder flask. I just used the wrong name for some reason. I don't think I'm ever using the narwhal. Like, I think if I saw the salty sea dogs, I'd be like, oh, that's really cool. I'm not gonna cut double barrel for it. What I'm gonna do, cut all the weapons that are actually doing damage so I can play around Calico? Hell no. So Narwhal's out, Piranha's out, this is out. And the reason I'm doing this is so I can buy and sell the disguise.
Your aura guided me to what you
That is... It's not what I was looking for. I don't need to sell it yet, but that is incredibly good with the Golden Cove. I have infinite money is how that feels. Anyway, next fight. We might get to a point over the course of this run where I'm able to use this thing, huh? I have my guaranteed gold upgrade coming up. I can get 10% crit or like a little bit more damage here. It might be better to like play into lockbox here. 2 inventory slots for like plus 50 static damage down the line. It's not gonna be that high, right? Like you can assume 2.5 fights a day if you're really lucky. So like on day 10, 5 days from now, I'd expect like 11 or 12 more. It would just be plus 40 damage, even on a high roll with the upgrade, right? Ah, damn. I thought it would be better. I guess it's just econ in the end, but I'm happy to go to Ayla regardless.
I'm finished with fighting. But
Hey, it's Old Salt Claw. When you haste or slow, this gains 5 damage for the fights. Very happy with the double barrel upgrade, obviously.
and when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside you.
Bayonet is a weapon, so it counts for Steelstorm. It is definitely better than the shielded knuckles. That's gotta go. I'm gonna toss that, move everyone over. Bring in the bayonet.
Use it well.
And now that's just far, far better than those knuckles ever were. Alright, Old Salt Claw, it's you and me. Are we actually running this shit? Are we trying out the new guy? I don't know. I'm content to like do some crazy stuff with a swashbuckle down the line and Calico as a second weapon. That sounds like it could be cool. When you haste or slow, this gains 5. Like, yeah, you take a shot from the shot glass, your whole board hastes and slows, and suddenly Salt Claw hits for a lot. That's neat. I'll float him just in case it looks doable. I didn't need to sell quite that much. I want to have the option if it presents itself to me, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. Repeater. Repeater with Steelstorm. And 2 ammo items. The repeater has damage scaling with tier now. I'm about to level up. A gold repeater is very good. I think I'm definitely going to go into the repeater here, which means I need to make room one way or another. And the question is just like, how do you position your board to make this correct? Probably like that, right? And you want to haste the revolver now so that you generate more charges on the repeater. And we just have like a random thing because weapon build. I have very, very little haste, but is it enough for Salt Claw to scale? This is burn, that's burn, so then haste to immediately go to 20. I mean, like, yeah, around Sandstorm, Salt Claw might be dealing more damage, but it takes a while to get there. I don't think it's important. I think I'm fine just leaving like this, taking my upgrade. Maybe I should have taken Grape Shot here. Probably should have. Oh well, too late now. I'll take my gold upgrade on repeater though. Grape Shot's like just a generic unimpressive weapon, but it is better than Fang because it's charging the repeater, I think. And we should absolutely stomp on the Loan Shark, right? This should just be one-sided.
It's all standard, I assure you.
I have 1400 health, so I should easily survive until the second cash cannon shot. You know, I honestly thought we'd kill him a little bit faster, but it's not like that was particularly slow either. It seems alright. Calico goes to 100% crit immediately, which is pretty nice as well. I've never realized that Loan Shark is standing at the docks, like you can see the ship from the docks. He has a mustache and his, like, patterns, and there are several sharks behind him with rings in their fins. This art's wonderful. I love that guy. Anyway, what do we get? First 5 times use an aquatic item, haste 1 weapon for 1 second. I mean, yeah, I've got Orchid and Incendiary rounds. It seems just like it improves my board. Obviously, it hurts my Grandmaster, which sucks, but I'm not going to give up on that. All right, Pearl, I'm broke. That's not true. I'm not broke at all. I am actually unfathomably rich. I don't want to cash it in, though, so let's go ahead and be cautious here. I could just take 6 here. You can do so much better than that, Pearl. We're going to roll a couple of times, at least. No, no, no. We can do better. We can get something here. Tourist Chariot, huh? Feels like settling, but it is a lot of value long run. Of course, it's not like a ton. It's technically a buff to lockbox if I go down that line. I don't think I ever go Vanessa's here. We're just doing raw damage output, trying to win on 11. Maybe Vanessa's does actually get played. Certainly Invuln Potion and Spirit Change won't. And I'm going to roll past this. I think we can do better. I can upgrade the Cove. Rolling again's expensive, and in the long run, that's going to bring it from silver to gold. A golden Cove, like if you get it to diamond, actually can be a build. I just need another pearl to give me a force field. I'm going to take this.
Looks like
I don't imagine that I could possibly really play a Cove build. I don't know what its value is at. In editing, I'll leave a little note here if 72 is higher than it should be. It feels wrong, but the whole thing feels wrong. Yeah, it's completely bugged. When I bought that silver Cove, my Cove went from silver to gold, and it went from 48 to 72. That's 24 additional value, which is half the value of a golden enchanted large item. And that briefly sounded correct to me, but it shouldn't gain the full 24, because it should already have had 12 value from being a silver enchanted large item to begin with. So yeah, something's just really bugged with buying things from Pearl, apparently. I don't know if it's all items or specific to Golden Cove, or Golden Enchants, or what. It's possible I go into a Cove build here, or maybe I just have unlimited money. I'm probably cracking something immediately here. I'm super broke, but Nufu is incredibly high value. Oh my lord. Honed Arsenal is also very good, but like, I don't have crit chance currently. I can just sell these three, and then take the Steelstorm, right? I don't even have to crack the lockbox. There's no way I'm ever running Switchblade. Salt Claw seemed like a pipe dream anyway, it just didn't have an opportunity cost because I had the Cove. Vanessa's is the only one I'm hesitant about. I don't really think I'm running Vanessa's either. That is insane. Okay. That's just so much damage. Undefeated Dooley is pretty scary though. How big is the drill, man? What's going on over there? I mean, if anything's gonna get an undefeated Dooley and kill it, it's this. Oh, he has Petrifying Gaze. He killed Lich! Oh, wait, this killed Lich? Oh, you have the Fiery Uzi. Yeah, that contributes a bit of burn to it. I feel like this does not consistently beat Lich. Maybe it does. I have a lot of burn already. Anyway, the Gorgon skill might be killing me, but Hardshell's doing its best. Come on, please. Yes! He might have killed Lich, but we still got him. Even though he got the literal best possible thing Lich could have given him for this matchup. Oh, Christ. I don't think I've ever killed somebody that I conclusively knew beat Lich before. That's a good feeling. I would like to thank Gold Steelstorm for the hard carry. Pretty jank build. Like, I've got this one half of the build, and then this. Build looks a lot better if I'm running something other than the Fang. If I have like a grape shot to charge this, the build would be so much better. That was a fairly huge mistake earlier. I take bronze chocolate bars here every time. It's plus 10 gold because of the Cove, man. Assuming that I actually crack the Cove. I could still end up just being a Cove build because like, that is 264 shield every 4 seconds, which is kind of a lot. I can't exactly run it though, because like I'd be giving up 24 damage on all of this, plus the damage provided from the left half anyway. Anyway, weapon skills. I know what I'm about.
Good meat. I mean, good
Yeah,
meat.
like I don't freeze. Shatter is great for this wrist up. Berserker's bad. Just give me the day 7 Diamond Steelstorm.
By choice.
Just really, really normal Vanessa wide weapons here. Very happy with that. I'm definitely not clicking shield. Toxlocks can be nice. I have no bronze items to upgrade. Don't look at the thing. So I'm gonna go Toxlocks. I don't know what all gets the tag. Is holsters theoretically better than a Fang for the starting haste here? I don't think it is. Like, the Fang is a not insubstantial amount of damage. I'm gonna roll. I don't have room for any of that. I don't think holsters outperforms a weapon. Hey, it's Mr. Richardson. As cool as this seems, it's a piece of a very different build than what we're playing. We're gonna move on. Diamond Steelstorm day 7, huh? I don't actually know I beat Radiant Corsair. My build's incredibly strong, but I might run out of damage. I won't. I got him. It's fine.
Another one.
Ideally, we have the increased cooldown hit one of my ammo items where it doesn't really matter. Not the double barrel, not the repeater. Looks like it hit Calico, which is probably fine. I think the worst hit is definitely Zorkid, maybe it's Fang. Yeah, so the shotgun's gonna be finishing around the time we kill the first half of the Pirate. And then, like, we have to rely on the rest of our board to get the second half, but I think it can just manage it. Maybe only just, though. It's a little bit closer than I thought it was. Please don't crit with the anchor. It's definitely gonna matter. Okay, it did not crit, but 47 burns a lot still. It's so close. Calico's got it. If I live, no! Oh, I overestimated myself. I needed one more ammo in the double barrel. Damn shame. I got all the gold at least, so that's nice, but obviously not super important. Would I go here for a chance at a yo-yo? Yeah, I think I absolutely would go to Tatiana in this circumstance. Obviously not for those, though. Yeah, that's about right. That's more or less what I expected. I can get unlimited gold and start getting gumballs for +1 damage. Actually, it's a silver gumball machine, so +2 damage. And a bit of crit chance. There's a lot of game left. I actually think this silver gumball machine is worth it, since I have so much gold from that cove. I would obviously have preferred to use the gumball machine with the gold cove, but that's not really an option. Aquatic items. Aside from Zorkid, what could go here? I just saw there were 54 tags and immediately stopped looking. I'm clicking on weapon instead. I know that the odds of getting something good are terrible. Shark claws are great. Bronze shark claws on day 7, less so. And the yellow gumball is exactly what I expected when I bought this gumball machine. I'll keep them as a collection, a monument to my salt. Yeah, bronze shark claws are just slow for this build. I have no reason to sell them yet, but I'm not going to benefit from that. What are we up to here? Only 14? Maybe there's a world where it's like you cut Zorkid and incendiary rounds for it, because it's so much damage on shotgun bayonet, it's literally like 60 per volley. I have to imagine the Zorkid haste is worth more. Also, I need the ammo to kill people sometimes, so that's important too. I think the lockbox is largely irrelevant in this run. It's just been a minor econ engine that's been completely outshined and made irrelevant. Runic, Great Axe, Poppy Field. There is a pretty tight loop between Viper Cane and Poppy Field, but I don't think it's going to matter in this case. That will be the classic bullying Mak with weapon Vanessa. You'd love to see it. He managed to activate both items, just barely. Didn't really do much with them, it seems. Bazaar versus Kina. Getting to level 10 today is almost certainly contingent on going to Bazaar, and I would very much like to hit level 10 today.
This is how you win the war.
Silver tier loot item. I would obviously be level 10 today had I not thrown and, you know, lost to Radiant Corsair. Happy with these 2 gumballs for sure. Hold the medkit for a bit, don't have to sell it yet. No value in transform. I will go burn items. There can be very good enchants there. I have ridiculous amounts of money. Fiery pearls for a different build. And I have the gold to roll at this guy, which is the reason coming here made sense. Oh, powder keg. I do a lot of burn. That's true. But it's only at silver. I have no crit. Like, generally, when I want to go into a powder keg build, it's because Ayla throws an obsidian powder keg at me, and I'm like, yeah, I'll make that work. Just a silver powder keg on day 8 when I'm already a very fast weapon build. Essentially, I need to burn 10 times. For every burn I fail to do, I need to just wait 2 seconds, right? And all of my burns coming from this setup here, I can basically say that this is a burn every 2 seconds, and this is about a burn every 2 seconds because of all the charging. So I'll average it out at 2 burns every 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds, this charges for 5 seconds, and it goes off 8 seconds in for 30% of their health. It's probably an improvement to my build presently, right? Like, surely 30% of their health 8 seconds in is better than Fang. And I've got the gold to fuck around and find out, right? So, I'm gonna sell this just to make sure I don't mess up and overwrite a gumball or anything. I'm gonna try that out in my PvE encounter. It should be no problem, and I can get a feel for how fast it really is. I think it makes sense to have Zorkid hasting the ammo items to speed up this. Calico and Fang have not been good for a while, so even though Powder Keg's not, like, insane or anything here, it might make sense. If this is somehow just terrible and I lose to Predator Bot, I'm going to be so sad, but I'm pretty confident we crush, right? 2,300 health is kind of a lot, but I mean, you need a lot less with the powder keg, right? So how fast do we actually generate burn and charge this thing on the second volley, 8 seconds in, as predicted? Yeah? Alright, that was the same health I had. Overkilled by 4. Had another volley left, but that's not, like, crazy fast or anything. It's tolerable. I'm not, like, super hyped about it. It definitely dealt more than Calico and Fang were doing, though. So I'll hold on to them for now, but they're probably on their way out. And you know what? Monument to my Salt, funny, haha, I need the space. Not doing it. You have Treasure Chest versus JJ. Gotta go JJ. Need item upgrades. Need ways out of this. I don't think this is viable to go 10 wins currently. Again, Shark Claw, very good early game. Not really a late game item. Just the way it works is mechanically fair in a way that late game isn't. Oh, when you upgrade this thing, it's not the value scaling that improves, it's the damage scaling. Well, hold up. I misunderstood what the item does. Maybe we can cook after all. So right now, according to this, it didn't change. That's what it was a second ago, right? It used to gain 2 value per fight, and it gave damage equal to its value. What happens? I feel like it just gained 4 value because it's got an upgraded tier. According to howbazaar.gg, this item does not upgrade. Does it actually just give 22 damage? It should go to 172 if it's correct. Alright, I'll report the bug. We're not cooking, we're just getting destroyed by items being poorly implemented. Well, it might have been a good rework for Lockbox theoretically, but the fact that instead of giving 44 damage and presumably 66 down the line, it does the same thing at Silver, it's pretty bad. Doesn't quite work the way you would want it to. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Well, at least it's still break even for me. I've gotta go Colt here. The option of pistol, sword, double barrel, revolver upgrade, repeater being the biggest one. I would love to go Monster Ranch. It's just not really something I'm allowed to do. There are too many core upgrades at this shop, even if I get none of them. I could say screw the Zorkid, throw in the grenade. But the grenade would only go off once, so doesn't really seem sensible. I'd rather have this hasting everything, being good. I've got the gold to pick this thing up, and it can be crazy with Nested Fury down the line, so, like, I may as well. If I had not sold a golden code for 100 gold, I would never be considering that. For when Mac, I feel half decent against that. Can't really improve my board presently. Let's see how we're doing. I think we're still favored against Max. People aren't doing, generally on average, aren't doing crazy broken stuff just yet. Poppy Field, Shard of Obsidian, Floor Spike, Shielded Spider Mace. It's fine. The Amber being this bulky is terrifying. But I'm pretty sure we do just kill him. I'll manage to activate a second at him at some point, and when we do, we'll blow up and kill him, right? It doesn't actually look like we will. That Spider Base was a lot faster than anticipated. How many times did that thing activate? We just got blown out by Diamond Fang's Amber, though. That's all this fight is. 5 times, and it just scaled up tremendously because that's how Poppy Field works. Yeah, Shielded Enchant on this just killed me. I guess that's Enchant starts? Maybe he went to Kev and just got it randomly. But yeah, blown out by Diamond Fangs with a day 8 Diamond slow item. That fucking hurts. Just immediately shut down my whole board faster than I could react, and then got in under me with the scaling on an enchanted item that he also seems to have gotten early. That's rough. That is not pleasant.
Blades to the wind.
Well, can't really justify not doing that, right? Yeah, okay, we go Obsidian. We could just put damage on the incendiary rounds, actually. Hold up. Because the incendiary rounds get damage equal to every weapon times 12. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if I wanted to. That's 104 damage every time we activate the shotgun or the repeater, man. I know that powder keg is obviously good. It's more than that because this becomes a weapon and then counts for my diamond Steelstorm. I'm gonna take the obsidian incendiary rounds. Maybe it's just because they're sick as hell. Maybe that's really the reason for me to do this. but I really like this idea quite a lot. When you use an adjacent ammo item, deal 104 damage, it just seems like a good item, you know? It doesn't take that long for it to outperform Powder Keg. And the question becomes, would I rather just have another weapon? Frankly, I kind of like it a lot, but I think it's definitely wrong. I think we're definitely in range for the kill with that additional damage off the obsidian. Happy with the crit chance here. This is at 22. It only goes up by 2 per fight. It will essentially never be worth dropping 2 weapons to use this. It's just an econ item. Very sad. Now, would Cannonade get used in this build? I would drop Bayonet and Powder Keg for it. And if I did, it would be cooldown 7 when you use another weapon, charge this 2. 100 damage at silver. It's more than that thanks to my skills, but basically. It's not immediately clear to me that Cannonade is worth it. There's also a lot of large items that are not specifically Cannonade. Now, the flip side is, like, the other options available to me are pretty shit. Maybe I should have considered take a small item. When you use another ammo item, this gains 1 multicast for the fight. It's too slow. It's 11 seconds. Like, in a different world, maybe. I think 7 seconds is an eternity on day 12. I can't take a ballista. It's not a real option. I think Flagship's too slow, for Christ's sake. As much as I love Slumbering Primordial, maybe not this build. I do a lot of burn, actually. Not enough. It can't possibly be right? And I would certainly argue that Slumbering Primordial is way sicker than Powder Flask, but I'm not sure it's actually better. And I want to use my diamond upgrade on the repeater anyway, so no, I'll be on my way. Sorry, Paul. It's very important that I upgrade the repeater. All right, JJ, what do you have for us?
I mean, a customer.
Sea Shadow at gold. Oh, you do scale the bad way with tier. Your cooldown increase on yourself isn't as important as reducing the cooldown of other things. Anyway, there's no way we're using that. Blowgun, it has some base damage in this build, but 9 seconds is an eternity, so no thanks. You got my hopes up. I thought it was the good one. Can't really see holsters here. Like, if I drop this and I drop this, get 2 active items, it's still just Maybe if we're at diamond, I'd be reconsidering it, but at silver, not a shot. And Treb's absolutely not happening. Finally, a red gumball. I knew they existed. Anyway, let's go see what our PvP fight is for day 9. I don't know that I kill a Death Knight. We definitely killed this. Now, would I rather fight Elite Duelists for a 1 in 11 at specifically Big Ego? It'll be the difference in leveling up or not today. On level 11, I get a Skill Vendor. I think Skill Vendor is too important, and Big Ego is honestly too minor. I'm going to go Weapons Platform to guarantee that I level up. Keen Eye is also just generically good. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy if I get an Uzi. That's by far the best drop, actually. This might even be better than Big Ego in many situations. But aside from those two, the rest of this is just... actually, Battery's not trash. That triggers the repeater because it counts as an ammo item. It doesn't say ammo weapon. Maybe Battery is good too. We might be able to find a use for that. We cannot find a use for Cog, unfortunately. That is not the small gold I was looking for. Happy with more blue gumballs, though. Always love to see that. And I'm not going to go to Barcoon here when I could just go +2 spin. Keep pushing experience, get that advantage. Burn skills directly translate to insane amounts of damage right now. So even though Vanessa has like 1 or 2 skills that could be useful for me, and Haste and Charge can give stuff like Alacrity and Flurry of Blows, I'm going to go Malefang and send this thing to the moon. Sadly, I don't use it, so Conflag doesn't work, but I'll take plus 80 fucking damage on it. That seems like a large amount. We have another health gumball, fine by me. And let's go see what Andy is up to. Diamond. Hey, it's 10 more damage, I can't say no.
Tell everyone you got it here.
We're slowly losing all the money we got from that go, but it's fine, we have another nest egg. Once the lockbox is gone, I'll consider getting rid of the gumball machine, but not right now. I think throwing knives are a waste. I don't really imagine how they can interact with the build in a meaningful, positive way. At the same time, kinda want them. I want to live in a world where they matter. It's just a 4-speed ammo item that runs out immediately. That's all it is. I can't make use of that. Nor is any of this remotely helpful. And our fight for the day is a 7-win Vanessa. It looks like they're doing a bit better than me, probably one on one of the days that I lost. Other than that, same run. Just gonna toss this out of the way. I feel confident against another Vanessa. These Obsidian Incendiary rounds are absolutely crazy, man.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squander.
What are you playing? Oh. Restorative Lighthouse with a shipwreck, huh? Alright. I might not be able to beat that. That is a huge amount. Oh, never mind. Restorative Lighthouse is apparently somewhat lesser than the... No, it just slowed my entire build into the ground and then I died. I just didn't get to play the game for so many seconds. Fucking Diamond Clamra Shiny Fangs. How is this the second fight I've lost specifically to Diamond Tier Diamond Fangs, allowing a slow item to go down too quickly and stop me from playing the game? Like, I'm fine with it happening one run. You lose the high roll shit all the time. But specifically Diamond Fangs accelerating a slow item twice in run, come on. Also, let's not ignore that he has a shiny jet. Seems incredibly high roll for this build. I think if he didn't have shiny on the jet or diamond on the Clamra, I just crush him. That's such a disheartening loss. If only the powder keg did more. It would be so much better off as just 2 fast ammo items to accelerate this, I think, but I don't have them. I shouldn't have sold that. I should be holding it in case I find said fast ammo items at the next shop. Silencer is so thoroughly not it. Going to roll immediately. An upgrade on Calico doesn't really seem important, does it? They're kind of just sitting here in case I get the level up gold reward. So I'll be on my way. Nautica, you say? Not really a good shop for me. I guess I'm going to take a shield item for an econ option, because there's no reason to go to Nautica and lose gold. It's a fine weapon. Don't have any vehicles or large items, so it's not actually a fine weapon for me specifically. But it is at least 4 gold as opposed to losing 4 gold rolling at Nautica and receiving nothing. Let's go fight Lord of the Waste, see how we're doing against, like, what is this, 3.6k health? I feel like I'm really strong. I feel like I've been really strong every day of the game except for day 1. So it's kind of wild that I'm on death's door and not even at 7 wins yet. This is the sort of build where you'd be unsurprised to go out on Diamond Victory. So, little bit tilted at the minute to see how badly it's going. But we're not dead yet. We just need to win 4 times without losing twice. That's very possible. There might be a world where we can use that magic carpet. How much crit chance do we really have here? Not a whole hell of a lot, huh? It's just Keen Eye and the right eye, and that's it. Gold tier loot item, what do you have for me? Yeah, that's good for longevity, which shouldn't ever matter. I mean, I'll put it on the shotgun. It's obviously correct, but it doesn't seem to do anything. We go Barcoon. I think Cannonade's better for us than what we're currently doing. No, I'm taking just 25 flat damage. It impacts my chance of winning today. And we go Street Festival looking for weird alternative weapons. I think I just lost a gumball. I'll live. This is never happening, right? I really do not think I'm ever able to use this magic carpet. Like, to get the crit chance to use it implies I'm cutting stuff from my board and there's no room for it. So I'm just going to sell it now. I don't want to deal with the inventory space. Mak can offer, like, Floor Spike specifically. That's kind of it. Pygmalion. How much Steelstorm damage are they getting? 12 per weapon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not enough to enable an Atlatl. Pretty good. But I'd be looking for, like, very specifically and only Atlatl. And then Dooley can have an Uzi. It's basically just Floor Spike and Uzi, huh? Fiber Optics are also just a very strong item. I think Dooley has more hits in general than Mak, and I think Uzi and Floor Spike are similar for this build, so I'll go Dooley here. Restorative Coolant's pretty neat. Definitely not what I'm looking for, though. Yeah, that's usually what happens when you go to another class's vendor if the class actually exists. You just get a bunch of random shit that's not helpful. We could kill this Dooley fast enough. I'm losing hope. Like, we're still acceptable for day 10. We aren't over the hump. We need so much more to kill people on day 13. 4,100 health is a bit more than I was hoping to see. Oh, you're just a burn build? I should kill him in time then. Like, this is a lot of burn, don't get me wrong. Just fiery solar farm, fiery metronome on either side of a red firefly is a lot of burn. But he has no defenses, so we should be fine. Yeah. And I can't upgrade anything other than Repeater. This is obviously the most important item on my board. It speeds up damage out of this, speeds up damage out of itself, speeds up the activation of Powder Keg. It's incredibly valuable. Ideally, I find like a Colt and I just get it upgraded naturally. Or JJ and the same thing on Powder Keg. Like, there are so many things I can find that are useful, but my board has been stagnant for like 4 days, which makes it all the funnier we just won. I would like to crack the lockbox for that item, please. Because when I sell something, get to value will eventually pay for itself. Going to toss these immediately. Do I care about Old Salt Claw or Grappling Hook? Are these remotely usable? Hell no. Moving on. Oh, hey, the boulder. Don't really have a way to accelerate that one. These are essentially nothing. The Cove's not going to generate money with them. They're just going to be putting my money later instead of having it now, so I'll be on my way. As always, JJ does not want to sell me a gun sword, does not want to sell me a powder keg or a repeater. I am just going to JJ, rolling and losing money. Let's try it at Kina. Maybe I should have gone chocolate bars there. There are so many items that feel like they could be critically important. Swashbuckle was a great example of them. I do regret this. I should have gone chocolate bars with the Diamond Cove. But oh well, here we are.
I suppose you'll go buy a weapon instead.
I can't imagine we don't kill this, right? Like, it has to go down. Its health isn't that big. We get in under it. We don't run out of ammo. Like, it's not a concern of that front. Yeah, we definitely trigger Powder Keg before it does anything, and I think we just kill it with the Powder Keg, don't we? Not quite, but close enough. That's reassuring. The fact that I can body 4.5 thousand pretty quickly makes me feel like the things I've been losing to are pretty high roll. Which I guess I already knew. It's a skill. Doesn't do anything, but doesn't hurt anything. Upgrade an item, always and only the Repeater. Increase its damage, charge for 3 seconds when you use an ammo item, just vastly better than it was a second ago. Oh, checking my cooldown, this is really unfortunate. The double barrel's just barely too fast. It's not 3.8, it's 3.76, which means the Repeater, which is at base speed, is going to be at 3.76, obviously, when the double barrel goes off. It's going to charge to 6.76. The internal cooldown is going to delay 0.2 seconds, 6.96, and then the entire second charge gets used in 0.04 seconds. That fucking sucks. That's not good. There's nothing you can do about it. I just need to find cooldown reduction for that. Middle can offer me a lot. I'm just taking guaranteed experience. I don't care. I have to believe that we're good enough.
Now this is how you win the war.
Weapon versus diamond. You gotta go weapon. I know what I'm about.
You are too weak for Ryokon, the
I have too many items for that to work. Plus 12% crit chance isn't nothing, but frankly, I think I'm looking for something that's more raw damage here. 14% crit chance is fine, but I'm never going to have good crit at silver. It's too weak. Let's try to do better. That's really awkward, because, like, I'm taking it. Because the other ones don't do anything. So I'm taking left-handed. But my whole board is adjacency locked, so, like, I just flip the entire board, I guess? I can't. I can just do that. So is the left-handed here on the revolver for 40 damage every 4 better than right-handed for 20 on the bayonet twice every 3.8? With crit chance, technically. It's so minor, it's almost a non-decision. I think Monster Ranch has to be the pick here. All 3 of these are fantastic. I'd have rather taken all 3 of these over the course of the day than everything I've done at all my other stops. Cinders can be a tremendous amount of damage on incendiary rounds. Colt can upgrade everything on my board and give me the replacement I've been looking for Powder Keg. But because of how bad the Repeater times out, I desperately need a feather or a wing. So Monster Ranch is by far the best option. That is by far the best hit. Because even though they both go down by the same amount, there's a much slower cooldown here, so this will go down by less than the Repeater does, and it'll fix the timing issue. Also, obviously, Diamond Upgrade Hammer is fucking sick. It just isn't as important as this feather is. The timing window on Repeater is so horrifically bad right now that I just have to do this instead. And we can check the cooldowns now. This is 3.46. And this is a lot of 9s there. But at 3.46, this will charge 3 seconds, and it will immediately trigger timing problem fixed. And that is so incredibly helpful. Also, it'll immediately go off again on the next internal cooldown as the revolver finishes too, which is very nice. I feel pretty strong. I think we beat a 4-win Vanessa. Let's see if that's true.
You should know. I'm a bit
That diamond feather did a lot to improve both the startup time of the build in general and to fix an egregious issue with the timing windows we previously had. Heavy pearl, shot classes. This is a hype build. What's going on? Card tables giving a friend multicast. You're trying to do the shrimp? I like it. Shot classes do make shrimp a lot better, but I don't think it's enough. There's no way I die. I have 5.2k health. It's just a shrimp. I will note, I'm a little bit upset that he is currently alive. The powder keg only hitting for 30% is a bit of a problem. I need that thing upgraded in tier pretty badly or replaced with a bunch of other small ammo items. Either is fine. Silver powder keg day 12, not so much. It's really fallen off. You would think 30% damage pretty much instantly would be insane, but it's kind of just not. Anyway, Andy, small items, specifically like the Great Bomb I never bought earlier. Huh. I've got the Zorkid, right? So I can have this down to 7 seconds, at which point it charges the repeater repeatedly. Awkward sentence. It makes getting a gunpowder vastly better. I kind of like buying this just to float it in case I find a high tier gunpowder shortly, because it would become very, very good if I did. Obviously, right now it's not great, and neither is this second page. It's been rough. Grandmaster, you say? Well, the thing is, Steelstorm's already at Diamond. Left-handed's 20 gold. That's pretty much out of my price budget. Crashing Waves does next to nothing. Right Eye's not a big deal. Rust isn't a huge deal. Hard Shell, life, like none of this matters. I would have rather... My Grandmaster's just terrible. I would rather go to JJ.
Sometimes I sell stuff.
Hey, Orange Julian. Bit late. I suppose upgrading Zorkid's just definitively worth it at this point.
You're busy. Enjoy your purchase.
I wonder how different this game might have looked if Lockbox wasn't bugged. When you haste, reload this one ammo, making it a 5-second item. I just don't... It can't be better, right? Just because it speeds this up. No, there's no way to use it. Alright, our PvE fight looks like it's Void Colossus. I think we get in under. I think we're fine. If I'm wrong, egg on my face. But I mean, this is what our build's designed to do. We're designed to get in under things and kill the opponent. That's the whole build concept. When you burn, charge a shield item to make a shield enchant on something very good. When you burn haste an item, which is obviously insane. This is infinite money. Killed him on time. And it got the bayonet, which wouldn't have mattered anyway. Also, it looked like that was gross overkill. Hold up. It's dealt 3,000. Oh, it crit. That's why it was gross overkill. Oh, right. Putting it on the far right for Right Eye actually has very real merit because of that. I don't currently have a shield item, but that is very good in the future, potentially. Let me see the loot item. Give me something good. It's not bad. Throw that on the incendiary rounds, call it a day. I have a Diamond Cove. I talked about this earlier, potentially being the right thing to do. But you see enchanted items, you gotta click enchanted items. This is the reason you have money. This is why you care about this sort of thing. Plus 32 damage. Terrible enchant. Don't think it works. Now, you do have toxic eels, and that's very cool, but they are, I notice, at silver, making them kind of shit. And while Heavy Calico is funny, I don't really think it helps. We are going to roll this. Radiant Orange Julian. This doesn't charge adjacent items or anything like that anymore. It's just ammo items have 40% crit. It's not a weapon itself. It's 2 slots. I basically couldn't afford it if I wanted to, additionally, which is kind of important. My crit chance is low enough that putting it on the incendiary rounds is the right place to put it. Not that anything is going to work. The game's glitching out horribly right now. I don't see a reason to buy any of this. Damn shame.
To turn away a messenger of the Imperium.
All right, Ayla, what do you have? Give me some upgrades. Give me the pistol saber, please.
Finish a fight.
Blunderbuss. When you burn a charge this 1 second, it is an ammo item. Has enough ammo that I don't have to worry about it running out. It's going to gain 100 damage immediately. Let's say my opponent's like me. They have 6,000 health, right? This deals 2,000 damage. Will you deal 2,000 damage? No. It just won't. I can just look at it and tell you that, right? When you burn, charge this 1 second, it fires 6 times for about 200 damage a shot. That's 1,200 damage. The build is objectively worse if I change Powder Keg out for this. Counterpoint, maybe the Zorkid sucks. Maybe the bayonet sucks, right? I mean, the bayonet's obviously fine, but I could cut those two, lose 12 damage on everything, which does suck. But then the blunderbuss comes in. It's very fast, because all this stuff going off is charging it 1 second every time they trigger, which is pretty good, but I mean, like, it has to make up for losing the bayonet. It's just like, essentially every time the shotgun goes off, it has to make up 100 damage, right? So like the fight starts, the shotgun goes off, this goes off, this goes off. Let's say that this is triggered twice at the 5-second mark. Once from all of these charging it from 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we get 4 uses out of all this stuff around 5 seconds. Let's say it goes off 5 seconds in. Twice, because of the charging and its own use. It has dealt 400 damage. You know what else has? The bayonet, basically, right? The bayonet's dealt 200 damage on the first volley here. It's going to deal more later. The Zorkid's dealing damage. The haste is accounting for damage. The blunderbuss just does not actually improve the build. Pet Rock gives me 15% crit chance if I drop the Zorkid. I think that's actually better. It does attack less than the Zorkid, and notably less than the Zorkid. And the haste is nice. But I think Pet Rock for crit chance, because of how important this critting might be to me actually winning a fight, is better. And I could drop Bayonet for Zorkid if I come to the conclusion that it's better. Hey, Cannonade, it exists, it's real, you can find them. And now I have very interesting choices to make. My gut tells me you just cut Bayonet, cut Powder Keg, put in Cannonade, and the build is better. So what I'm looking at is like just cutting these two directly and running Cannonade. Because I have so many weapon triggers that this will charge very, very quickly. And again, assuming they have the same health as me, I just know that this is dealing... Well, it depends on if it crits or not, right? Because if this thing is critting, it's just winning the fight. And I don't know that I can say the same thing about Cannonade, right? Cannonade will deal much closer to the average value, though. It's not a coin flip on the fight. It just will crit 60% of its hits, roughly. It will be much closer to average and reliable damage out of that crit chance. So let's actually calc the crit chance and figure out what the board looks like, right? I am never going to have the Gumball machine survive this. Once I sell the Cove, I don't have income anymore, so I can't afford to buy Gumballs past this point. So I'm going to sell this, because it's always getting sold before I buy the thing. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is just the board. This is what Cannonade goes on. This is how it's arranged, because I think this is my fastest, strongest weapon once I have everything else going. I don't know, man. I don't even want to do the math. Like, I understand that there is math I can do. I don't want to, so I'm not going to. I am going to hold the Powder Flask, because if I can get the crit chance high enough, it just becomes better if I can guarantee the crit. I basically need a Swashbuckle to do that, I think, but that is possible. Bayonet's never coming back, so I'm going to sell the Bayonet. Zorkid is never coming back, so I'm going to sell the Zorkid. Dive Waits is, frankly, too slow. Waiting 7 seconds isn't going to happen, so I'm going to sell it. And then I could get 2 gold or 2 damage on the Cannonade. I'm going to take 2 gold. And I am going to crack the Cove for the last time this run. And buy Cannonade. Alright, let's see if it works. Oh, wait a second. Board positioning. The double barrel is no longer my second fastest item. It's definitely going to be Cannonade Repeater that is my fastest shit. Is that true? The Repeater might actually... I don't know what's correct positioning. Going into this blind is a little bit scary. Oh, it has way less crit chance on this side, even though it has higher damage. So it is better to flip. I believe the double barrel and Repeater are very nearly identical in speed. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to click this guy. He's died. I haven't. I'm clearly the GOAT. He doesn't stand a chance. Let's just go see what the build does. I'm not in a mood to math it out anymore. I have to believe Cannonade is good. It got buffed so much. Flashy reload. Figurehead. Wait, you're... What is this build? What are you doing? Does this reload somehow? Oh, when you crit. Do you have crit chance? Not really? Where's the crit come from? I'm confused. Well, I appear to just be dead from, like, the seaweed just crushing me. I just lost. Just got absolutely rolled. But I'm not sure... Oh, crit chance is scaling from something. I'm just not seeing it. Oh, just reaching the summit goes off, and that's enough to get the crit scaling. Anyway, how much healing was that? Did I just, like, not do anything? Oh, he has shield, too, but, like... That's 2,400, 3,700, 4.5-ish K heal. So I'm not surprised I didn't get through, but how close did I get? Was I just horrifically wrong about Cannonade being remotely good? There's a lot of opening freezes, so my build never really gets off the ground in the way that you would want it to. Also, I will note that perhaps maybe none of this actually mattered, and the regen equal to half the poison on your enemy might have been a very important skill in this fight, and that's the real reason things went to shit. But checking recap, 2.3k, it was my highest damage item by far. It dealt, assuming that the weapon didn't crit, more damage and less damage if it would have crit, which on average, I think it would not have crit. And it looks like I was correct in assessing the speed of my items. These two were the fastest. We're looking at 4.8, 5.3, about 6.3 thousand damage. And that is not good enough for day 12, and it's certainly not good enough for day 14, so we're in a tough spot. We need an enchantment that does something. That's not it. So our only sensible option here is random the cannonade and hope for something relevant. Let's see what it is. That's not irrelevant. There's a lot of late game burn builds. It's a ton of health against anything other than poison. I'm not happy about it, to be sure. Can Andy improve my build anymore? Yeah, he can upgrade the revolver and the rock being the bigger of the two by far. I'm happy to go to Andy here compared to doing like chocolate bars. At this point in the run, spending 10 gold for 150 health is one, not actually very helpful. I'm going to take 10 piece for damage here. It affects my chance of winning the fight pretty substantially. But like I was saying, the chocolate bars just generally will not be helpful here. It's a small amount of my health and enough gold that it might actually hurt my chance of getting a good skill. Anyway, I don't actually beat Void Golem unless I get very lucky with the destructions, right? I need it to not hit the double barrel or the repeater or the obsidian or the shielded cannon. I need to hit specifically one of these and also one of his own caltrops. I'm going to lose that most of the time. Juggler's actually pretty good for my build. I'd be very happy to get this just because I don't have that many small items. It's still good, but it's not crazy. Oh, that's what the build normally does when combat starts? I feel like I got pretty unlucky in the previous fight. So now it self-charges immediately when it goes off 1 second thanks to Void Energy, and the repeater's triggering it too. Still though, just a big opening volley, isn't it? Alright, we're getting a lot of additional charging from Diamond Monster skills. I think you have to upgrade the cannonade here. We have so much extra charge on it, it's enchanted with shield. Surely you just take 100 damage on the best item on your board, and you believe it's going to work, right? I think the gun sword might still be an improvement. I'm happy to take an upgrade on the double barrel as well. The other two options seemed largely irrelevant to me, but I'll be honest, I clicked so quickly, I kind of didn't process what they said. Barcoon really can't help me very much. He's got a larger pool of items. Middle wasn't a great shop anyway. I'm gonna go Aerodrome, look for something more generically useful. Pole cannot help. Don't really want middle. Kev can sell me a shielded enchant on a weapon. I think I've got shields on weapons covered. Don't really need bronze items upgraded. Can't really afford to roll much further. Will this go off more often than twice a second? Or sorry, once every 2 seconds. Maybe, but I'm more worried about surviving its poison. I think the difference is minor and it won't actually impact anything. 6-win Mak that's crashed out. I feel favored, but maybe I'm crazy for feeling favored against a late game Mak regardless of his score. Static XL, not like crazy skills here at all. Just scaling crit chance. We do need to kill him before the throw net resolves, and it doesn't look like we do that, so this is gonna hurt like hell. Thankfully, he doesn't have lifesteal on this, but he does have healing, so I think I'm down. I have lost so many runs to Throne Net, man. I have lost so many runs, because like the entire meta is countered by it. What's your opponent playing? He's playing weapons or friends. Those are the builds in the game right now. If you can't play defensive items, then people are playing weapons and friends. Those are the only types of cards that work. And that's your Mak, because then you have stuff like Amber. But for everyone else. So like, it's just... If he hadn't had a defensive enchant, yeah, I kill him every time. 10,000 healing. You want that to be true. Is it? Did you just come short period into story? 2, 3.6, 4.2, 4.4, 4.5, 5.5, 6k. I'd have barely killed him if he had like literally nothing defensively. But also, he might have just killed me first if he had had a better build. Dude, I don't get how to play Vanessa currently. I just cannot seem to make it happen. And every time I lose, I'm like, I don't know, was it bad opponent RNG? This is, like I was saying earlier, a run that could easily have gone diamond victory. I'd never felt weak until I was like on day 12 with a weapon build. Like we instantly get him down 2k and then my items just stop activating because everything's slowed forever and he has a heal enchant on a crit scaling femur, so it's over. But like, Right, yeah, I'm gonna put a little disclaimer somewhere in this video, right before I go off on the tirade at the end here. I'm about to explain in great detail why I find Vanessa and Pyg very unfun right now. It is not gonna be like a happy-go-lucky, listen, you are free to go right now, but if you want to stick around and hear me bitch and moan and explain why I don't find Vanessa and Pyg fun, feel free to. The long story short is that I enjoy optimizing characters, and I feel that on Vanessa and Pyg, because they are so much weaker and have so far fewer viable options, I have less decisions to make because I can't engage with the non-viable stuff in a way that will actually win runs. And then simultaneously, my opponents for Pyg and Dooley are so much more capable than I am as a character class that it's much more up to opponent RNG, and my results are less correlated to what I do with the decisions I have left to me. And since I derive a lot of my joy in games like this from optimizing them, it makes it really unfun for me. Because even though the gameplay loop is great and I have a good time playing it, when I think about it, it's just sort of viscerally unpleasant. Ultimately, I think I've come to the decision that I have no desire to force myself to play characters that I view the same way I currently view Pyg and Vanessa, being so weak that I get to engage with a substantially smaller portion of their card pool, make far fewer decisions, and then ultimately have opponent RNG be far more important than my own skill in terms of the results of the games. I don't enjoy that at a personal level, and it's important that I enjoy making content. Not just because it's good content, if I enjoy it at a fundamental level, it will be better content, but because I need to be able to make content, which I'm better at doing if I enjoy the process of doing it. I will burn out if I make myself play the weaker characters just so I feel like I uploaded variety of content. So instead, in any meta like this in the future, I'm just gonna be comfortable saying, nah, I'm not gonna play Vanessa or Pyg on the channel. I'm not gonna play that sort of character. I don't want to. And I hate saying that. I'm a Pyg main. I love Pyg to death. But until the meta has been shaken up, I'm not gonna make myself play Pyg and Vanessa. I do not enjoy it. And I think most of all, something you don't get insight into as a viewer, I'm not gonna upload videos that like go less than 7 wins. I don't think there's a ton of value in that, especially when to some degree my niche is that the secret is all my runs are over-explained runs, right? I only label 1 per patch that way, and I do go into more detail in those runs, but my whole thing is that I explain incredibly well how I'm playing and why I'm playing the way I do. I'm extremely optimization minded. And because of that, because I don't upload videos that go less than 7 wins, you don't get to see the 4 or 5 videos I've tried to record of me playing Pyg or Vanessa where I've bombed out at 5 to 6 wins. It's happened a lot. I've had Vanessa runs where I tried to play weapons, went into flagship, and found out that 7 seconds is an eternity and you cannot play flagship right now unless you just get lucky and never see good builds from Dooley and Mak. You don't get to see the runs with Pyg where I find out that Crook is actually unplayable trash right now, and since it doesn't kill anyone until the 2nd or 3rd volley, that Crook basically just throws your run because you fail to get under Mak and you don't fill the niche. I learned things from these runs, I enjoy playing them, but they're not valuable as content to my channel because they fall well outside the niche of what I'm actually supposed to be doing, teaching you how to play the game. So for my own sanity as a content creator, I'm done making myself spend hours producing videos that don't make it to the channel, playing characters that I find intellectually less stimulating due to how they engage with the mechanics of the game. Hopefully, very soon, that won't be the case. The meta has been in a very healthy spot for a long time before now. This is the first time that I felt 2 characters were this weak. I think there was only like 1 patch before now where I actually played the game, and I thought even 1 character was this bad off, but I feel very dismal about Pyg and Vanessa at the minute. And I'm sure someone in the comments is already going to like talk an explanation up and give it to me about how they're having success on it. That's great. I feel badly about this. Learning that like I can do better, I know I can. If I sat down and played Vanessa for 30 games, my win rate on Vanessa would improve dramatically. But it would still not fix all of the problems I have with her. I don't enjoy the process of improving and making that happen. That's the whole problem. Anyway, sorry to end on a terrible downer of a note there, but it is what it is. I feel the need to disclose why I'm not going to be producing videos on Pyg and Vanessa. Optimizing, it's not that they're terrible, like you can definitely go 7 wins on them, but optimizing them just isn't fun for me, and optimizing is how I have fun with games. I enjoy finding out how to do things better, and if I don't get to make the decisions, and then my results aren't correlated to my decisions as strong as they should be, it just ruins it all for me. I'm going in circles. Let's wrap it up. Thank you for your time. If you could hit the like button on your way out, I'd really appreciate it. It does help the channel grow. It really means a lot to me. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.